okay, the alligator problem. Do you see the alligator on your page?
Yeah. 2 alligators.
I like eating alligators.
What? I like
Okay, anyway. All right. So we have scientists. All right, let's read together. Okay. We have scientists that studied the weights of 2 alligators over a 12-month period, over a year. The initial growth rate of each alligator is shown below. After how many months do the alligators weigh the same amount? First of all, you need to pick out what is X and Y. Okay, so X is typically time, yes?
Yes.
What's our time measured in? Months. So we're going to let X be the number of months. I'll put a number there, number symbol just in case. Number of months. Okay, Y is going to be what? Weight. In what measurement? In pounds, okay? Weight in pounds. Okay, so alligator 1, initial weight is 4 pounds. So if we were to graph this, okay, we would graph that where?
At 4.
For where?
Why?
On the y-axis. Okay, so that means our y-intercept is 4 for alligator 1. The growth rate is 1.5 pounds per month. What is the fraction form of 1.5? Sorry, I should say improper fraction. 3 over 2. 1 and 1/2 or 3 over 2. Okay? So, you can do this 2 different ways. You can go up 1.5 over 1, or you can just write it as the fraction form and do your rise over run that way. Up 3 over 2. You with me on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, up 3 over 2. Yeah, and you can do it that way. It doesn't matter. But it's just hard to do halves sometimes.
Oh.
Okay, alligator 2, initial weight is 6 pounds, so that y-intercept will be 6, and the growth weight is 1 pound per month. So slope will be 1 over 1. So go ahead and draw that one, and you should find that there's an intersection point. Do you see it? What's our intersection point?
410.
410. That is our solution. 4, 10. Okay, now it says write a sentence because we're talking about a word problem here. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so what does our solution 4, 10 mean in terms of this problem?
So after 4 months, they weigh 10 pounds.
Yes, after 4 months, both alligators weigh 10 pounds.
Baby alligators are so cute. Baby alligators, and then they pick them up in their little mouths. Oh my gosh, they just look like soft. I want the lavender.
You don't need stitches. How can you think of that?
Okay, what questions do you have for me? Okay, you can probably see where we're headed. Am I going to make you draw all these?
Hopefully.
What are we going to use?
Down.
Okay, so number 2, we have Jonathan. Okay, you can call him John for short if you want to. Jonathan has 9 bills, like money bills. Okay, so he has 9 bills in his wallet that are either $5 bills or $10 bills. If John has a total of $55, write a system of equations. So let's pick out what is our x variable and our y variable going to be. What do you think?
X is probably 10. No, 5.
We'll make that the number of $5 bills. Okay? And we'll make y the number of $10 bills. Okay, I put a table on here because I think this will make it easier if we start to just create tables and you can kind of set up your equations that way. How many total bills does he have?
9.
He has 9 bills. Okay, so under total of number, you put 9. How much total money does he have? $55. Okay, so that's going to be our equal to part. And then if we wanted to know the total number of bills, that would be like doing x plus y, right? Because if you take the number of $5 bills plus the number of $10 bills, that should equal 9. You with me on that? Okay, it's kind of weird to think about it that way, but just think about x being the number of $5 bills, y being the number of $10 bills. Now, if we wanted to put a price to that, we would take each $5 bill, each x value, and we would multiply it by 5. Okay? And then we would take each y value and multiply it by 10. That would give us the number value of how much money we have, or John has, not us. Okay, so we're going to put both equations into Desmos, and we're going to see where they cross. Okay, so they cross at 7, 2. 7, 2. So that is our solution. Okay, and I want you to think about and write down what sentence would represent this situation. 7, 2. Okay, don't say it out loud. I want you to write it down and see if you can get a good sentence. Okay, does anybody have a good explanation? Jeremiah, go ahead.
He has 7 $5 bills and 2 $10 bills.
Yes, he has, or John has 7 $5 bills. And 2 $10 bills. It's a perfect way to say it. Okay, what questions do we have? We doing okay? Yeah? All right, number 3. Samantha went to a concession stand and bought 3 pretzels and 4 sodas and paid a total of $11.25. Raza? Reza? How did you say that name? Raza? Okay. Roz, yeah. There you go.
I like Raisin.
So Roz went to the same stand and bought 5 pretzels, 2 sodas, and paid $8.25. Let X be the cost of a pretzel. Okay? So cost of a pretzel for X and cost of a soda for Y. So let's write the equation for Sam. How many pretzels did Sam buy? 3. So we'll represent that as 3X. Plus, how many sodas?
4.
Plus 4Y. And how much did she spend? Good. See if you can write the equation for Roz. Or Raz, or whatever her name is.
We actually used to watch the video of Ross from Monsters Inc. saying, I'm
What's that?
watching you, Mike Wazowski.
Huh?
She's
like the, she's like the,
I'm watching you, Mike.
Oh, yeah, the librarian. No, not the librarian.
she's not like a security lady.
No, she was like at the front desk.
Yeah,
she's not that.
Reset.
She was on the
She was receptionist.
Yes. English dinner.
Yeah, she wasn't the snake person. Yeah, that was different.
Oh, with the...
Isn't that Medusa?
She was like,
There was that like Medusa looking girl with like 5 heads.
Ugh.
She's dating.
Oh, the one who we saw him, Mike was like fighting that one time.
She got like 5 heads. That was scary.
Okay, do you agree with my second equation?
Yes.
Okay, let's put it into Desmos and see where it crosses. All right. They cross at 0.75, comma 2.25. Okay. Go ahead and take that solution and write the sentence that makes sense for this particular scenario.
Oh, I should go.
I've only been to one football game. That was Penn State against Ohio State.
I want to get like a football.
Well, at least you went to a good football game.
All my friends, like,
I've been to
hung out.
I've
That
been
was
to a
fine. All my friends are busy. I don't have any of them anymore. They all left.
All right, who has a sentence? Who has a sentence?
I've been to the loudest stadium in the world.
All right, Audrey.
It costs 75 cents for a pretzel and $2.25 for a soda.
Yes. Pretzels cost 75 cents, and sodas cost. I'm definitely not buying my soda at that place.
Yeah.
I know, that's what
And I'm definitely buying my pretzel there. Now I wonder if they cost. I wonder if it costs extra for cheese. Did your
Wait,
pretzel?
is it like one of those big pretzels?
Although
On
two
I
like
would
mustard on their pretzels.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah, mustard and ketchup.
I would charge
Not good?
I don't like mustard.
I will put ketchup on like anything.
Everything. Yeah.
Ketchup.
All right.
I would
Friends,
charge cheese.
go ahead and flip. We're on number 4. Okay, number 4, we're going to have to draw a picture. This one takes a little bit of effort. Okay, there's a little bit of effort that we need to put forth here.
I don't want this.
Okay, so we're going to draw a rectangle. Now, if I was to ask you to find the perimeter of a rectangle, what would you tell me to do? Abby, what would you tell me to do?
Never mind. As I said, what is
Yeah. Jeremiah, what would you tell me to do?
The formula.
What would you tell me to do?
Yeah, the formula.
You would add the 4 sides, okay? So if we have the width, right, and the length, you would add all of those up. Do you agree with me on that?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase my lengths and my widths. Here's why. We don't use L and W in equations. We use X and Y. So let's let X be what?
No way.
Okay?
On length.
And we'll let Y be the width. Whoops. Let Y be the width. Okay? So we would have X here and Y here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we wanted the perimeter, would you agree with me that we could say 2x plus 2y equals our perimeter? Right? Because you would take 2 x's, add 2 y's, that would be our perimeter. We tracking on that?
Yeah.
Okay, what is our perimeter equal to?
204.
204. That's in the directions. Guess what? You have your first equation.
Whoa.
Space is cool.
Okay, now, the next part. Its length is 6 feet longer than twice its width. What value is our length? X, right? X is length.
Yeah.
What does the word is mean?
Equal.
Yes, okay. X equals 6 feet longer than twice the width. How would we say that?
2y plus 6.
2y plus 6. You could say 6 plus 2y. Either way is totally fine. We use y because y is our width. You tracking? Okay. I know it's a lot. This one's a little bit more complicated. Okay, there's our second equation. So we're going to go ahead and put it in Desmos. Yeah, that one was a little intense.
Just a little.
Yeah, kiwi sweater.
Woo.
He said, woo.
All right. We're going to have to zoom out here. Here we go. All right, 70, comma 32. 70, comma 32. Okay, so if you were to put that in both of those equations, it would satisfy both equations.
So,
70, comma 32.
the length is 70.
Yeah, she just told you what the answer was. Okay, so the length of your rectangle is 72. I'm sorry, it's 70, not 72. The length is it 70 or 72?
70.
70, okay.
Are you okay?
Is it bless?
It's bless. No.
Bless.
Bless you.
It sounds like
Bless. Yeah.
Bless you.
Okay, what questions do you have about number 4? All right,
Bless you.
number 5, we're almost there. We're getting there. Okay, number 5. Suppose you and your friends form a band. You want to record a demo. Okay? Studio A rents their studio for $100 plus $50 per hour. Okay? What kind of equation would you write here? Gavin, what'd you write?
I said 50x plus 100.
50x plus 100. Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to add something on to that because typically we have 2 variables. So we're going to say equals y. Okay, we'll just put equals y. That's the total cost. Okay. Now, Studio B rents for 50 plus 75 per hour. I want you to write the equation down. See if you can get the second one on your own.
Oh, I wish messages still customary. So you would message me.
Okay, do you agree with my equation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and graph both of them on that coordinate plane. You should see an intersection. Okay, you should see an intersection.
Guess what? What? I don't know.
What? I don't know.
It's like, I don't know.
Guys, let's stay focused, please. Oh, that's really off.
Found it.
That's still off, but it's fine. Your intersection should be 2, 200. We getting to 200?
Yes.
Okay, you can check it in Desmos as well. Okay, if you are not using your cell phone for the purpose of Desmos, it needs to be down, put away. Okay, you need to make sure if you're only using it for Desmos while I'm up here teaching. Okay, during practice, I know you're going to text, whatever, that's fine. But while we're teaching, let's put that away. Okay, sentence. We need a sentence. Who has a good one? There was a good explanation for what 200 means here. Anybody have a good one?
After 2 hours, both studios cost $200.
Yes. After 2 hours, both studios will cost $200. Now, let me ask you a question. If you were recording for 3 hours, which studio would you prefer to use? Studio A, right? Because it looks like they're cheaper after that 2 hours, right? What about if you recorded for an hour and a half? B, because they're cheaper. Yes?
Yes.
We good? Okay. Okay, we have 3 practice, I think, and then you're on your own for a couple questions here. Okay, so sum and difference review from yesterday. The sum of 2 numbers is 52. What would that look like? Oh, they stole your thunder. That's all right. X plus Y equals 52. Okay, Laura, what would the difference look like?
X minus Y is 18.
Yes, X minus Y equals 18. Okay, put those into Desmos. Let me get my key here. I know that you are fully aware of how to put things into decimals. And you would get 35, comma 17.
Oh, do I have to get out this machine?
You're going to need it for your practice anyway, so. All right. Any questions on that one?
Wait, well, 35, 17. Right. Yeah,
Yep.
Called it. Let's go.
All right, number 2. The sum of two numbers is 95. I'm sure you're good with that. Okay, the first number, listen up. The first number is 25 less than the second. So let's let our first number be x. Okay, now this is one that we talked about yesterday and how you have to write it a certain way because less than means we're doing subtraction. Okay, we need to have it as y minus 25. Okay, you can't do negative, or you can't do 25 minus y. You're taking 25 off of a number, so you have to take it off of y there. Okay, if you put this one in, you would get 35, comma 6. Okay, number 3. The sum of two numbers is 54. The second number is 5 times the first. Whoa. Okay, this is a little bit different. Will it matter if you do x as your second number? No. But we're used to seeing first number equals, right? This times it's second number. So just to keep the pattern, our second number is usually y. Okay, so y equals 5x, because it's 5 times the first number. Now, if you did x equals 5y, that's fine. You would just have to make sure that you knew, in this case, that x was the second number instead of the first number. Okay, I would say find a pattern and keep it. Like my pattern, I always make x the first number, or I make it the largest number. Does that make sense? You with me on that? Right, just find a pattern and stick with that. I think that'll make it easier for you. So you would get 9, comma 45. Okay, there are 3 practice on your own. The solutions are at the bottom. Okay, you need to get those done right now. Okay, you have about 15 minutes. They probably won't even take you 15 minutes. Okay, so go ahead and get working on those, and I will answer any questions